Okay. Hi, I'm Manleen Shetty from Aveshri.com and you're watching Astrology This Week. Astrology is not absolute destiny. It is not a self-contained religion. It is the thousands of years studies of planets and stars that inform us when to act, when to hold back, and when to communicate. The new moon cycle and the full moon cycle does have an impact on a high tide and a low tide. Similarly, it has an effect on our heightened emotions. And this we all may not have noticed physically for ourselves, but I'm sure our partners and our families would be able to vouch for our weird behaviors during that time. The mini forecast for the first week of May, following with each astrological star sign coming into May, is Pluto. Pluto, I always like to see as being the bird of the phoenix, because it's all about the unconscious forces, what's below the surface. It's about renewal, rebirth, beginnings and endings. Pluto is often looked at a planet as though being destructive. I think it's one of the best planets because it brings about sudden changes in order to make things peaceful again, to straighten out issues which we are holding back on to make us better human beings. Then we get Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet associated with wealth and abundance. Then we have Uranus, which is all about friends, family and technology. And Mars is all about conflict and people who harbor their anger and emotions. So that is going to be explosive during this month. Aries. So Aries, the lunar eclipse is happening on the 5th of this month, and it is happening in your 8th house of regeneration. So that basically means is that you are in the midst of a financial peak. And this is one of your strongest peaks which you have had in a very long time. You have also experienced during the solar eclipse which happened last month, which was your spouse may have had financial issues and may have needed your assistance, and now you're going to see the changes taking place during this month. Also, with regards to any repairs that needs to be done with home, again, just because your lunar eclipse is happening in the 8th house, if you have any repairs that needs to be done at home, it should be done during this eclipse cycle. Taurus, the lunar eclipse again is happening on the 5th, of course, for every month, every star sign, but this one is happening in your 7th house. Now the 7th house is all about relationships and friendships. Your relationship is definitely going to be tested, but it's also going to make you stronger. And friendships are going to be tested. So we will come to know who is your true friends this month. As well as there would be some sort of financial issues, as well as changes if you are going to school or you're studying. There will be some changes that you're not going to be too happy about, as well as if there is any changes going on in your workplace. We have a lot of things going on in Gemini. Jupiter is coming into your sign, which is your love planet, and that is moving from Aries into Taurus. And it's moving from your 11th house to your 12th house. You're going to see some changes in love life, of course, but also you're going to see changes with your career. So whatever position you are in your career right now, there's going to be some changes. There may also be changes where you would be finding maybe a new job, a new career, but all of these things is still going to be quite pleasant. And also, don't make the changes before the changes actually show themselves to you, because this eclipse is actually going to show you the changes that you actually need to make in order to move forward. Cancer, the lunar eclipse is going to have a major impact on you because Cancer is ruled by the moon. But Cancer, for the first week, it's all about redefining yourself. It's about changing the vision that you have for yourself and the way you want people to see you. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone in order to see what you have envisioned for yourself. And there may also be some family issue and some finances issue, but it's nothing too major to worry about. Leo, we have quite a bit of turmoil going on with family and with the home. And all of these changes will take place on the 4th of this month, which means one day before the lunar eclipse. And this is all because the Leos, the planet is the sun, so therefore their changes tends to happen one day before the actual lunar eclipse. The good financial day for the Leos are your 1st of this month. And with Leos, if I have any advice, is that to be patient with loved ones because passions do run high. Leo, there might be some health issues during the first week of this month, and it's only because you are not getting enough rest. Virgo, for the first week, you can experience some type of conflict with either friends or siblings or neighbors. There's going to be some type of misunderstanding, as well as you're going to notice any type of cars or communication equipment that's going to start to behave quite erratically. And I would advise to be driving very careful and very cautious, and also if you find that your vehicle needs any sort of repairs, it should be done during this lunar eclipse time because that is the best time for you. Libra is all about self-transformation, and Libras is in the cycle where they want to see themselves in an ideal vision of themselves. And in this vision, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. So Librans, you need to be patient and calmer with yourselves and don't be so hard. It's because change does take time. Some issues with health and finances as well for Libras, but it's nothing too major. Scorpio, it's all about self-concept. Going through a transition or a change of opinions about how they think of themselves and how people think of them as well. Scorpion, very good news is that for the next coming months, you are going to see massive transformation with the way you see yourself and with the way people are going to be seeing you as well. Sagittarius, there's going to be a disruption in your spirit. And with spirit, we also talk about spirituality. So that could basically mean from religion to anything, whatever you believe in. But do not give up hope. Your dreams are hyperactive, so do not even give up on those dreams, is because those dreams are definitely able to be accomplished. Have friends and family conflicts and issues, but again, it's not too major. Just always remember, when we're going through a lunar eclipse, it's going to affect our family and our home life. Capricorn. Capricorn is one of the lucky signs because it's going to be a happy month. There's not going to be any major changes or conflicts or issues with friends or family. There just may be some changes if you are going to school or in college, and there may be some issues or something that you're not going to be too happy about with the changes. But other than that, first week of May for you Capricorn is going to be a good one. Aquarius, this is where it gets tricky because this eclipse is going to teach you a major life change. Okay, it's not going to be nothing bad, but when we go through major life changes, it's our planets brings challenges to us, and this is one of the challenges that you're going to go through. And especially because this eclipse is happening in your 10th house, which is about career. So there's going to be some career changes. And whatever corrective actions that needs to take place for this first week, the eclipse is going to bring that to your attention. So you do not make any changes until you wait for the signs from the eclipse to bring about this change. You need to take a break and get a bit rest or take it easy upon yourself, because you're also handling stress and issues that happened last month due to the solar eclipse. And this is the time when you and your loved one is going to come in with corrective actions. Pisces is all about, again, one of the lucky signs with Capricorn, because this eclipse is going to be mild. This is only majorly affecting anybody that's in education or schooling, because that's where your eclipse is happening, in your 9th house of education. Basically, it means that if you are trying to find a college or a school and you do not get accepted, that is the best thing for you is because the second or your third option for college or school is going to be much more profitable in the long run. Aveshri.com/astrology. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye. Let's go.